Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone.
Waalaikumsalam and good evening.
Okay, if we are all in here, should we start our meeting now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I see that everyone is in here, so let's start the meeting. Before we start our meeting for today, let me introduce each of our committee members. Okay, first we have Miss Fitri, Miss Farhana, Miss Aisha, Miss Shamira, and my secretary, Miss Hanani. Regarding our previous meeting, I am sure that all of you have already taken note, read and digested it. Well, first let me explain about the purpose of our meeting today. We are here today to continue our discussions about the Project for Happiness, which will be held in September 2021. Let's begin our meeting today with our first agenda, which is the confirmations of the last meeting. Has everyone read our minute of previous meeting?
Yes, I already did.
Yes.
Okay. Miss Hanani, can you tell us again about our last meeting?
Yes, of course, Nia Umaira. Our first meeting was held on 1 June 2021. But all our committee members, Ms. Farhana, did not attend our previous meeting due to her health issue.
Okay, may I know if there is anyone that have some amendment or if there are any mistake in the minute of our previous meeting?
Yes, there's a mistake in spelling of my name. It stated that my name is Nur Fitri Izzati binti Rebedi, but my actual name is Fitri Izzati binti Rebedi.
Sorry, Miss Umaira, there is a mistake on the date of the project stated above. It states the date of this project will be held in October, but the actual date of this project will be in September.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the mistake. Miss Hanani, please take note of the mistake. Thank you, Miss Fitri and Miss Shamira for highlighting the error. Okay, are there any other mistake or what about the rest of the minute?
No.
No,
Okay, if there are no other mistake, I hereby confirm the minutes of our previous meeting. Okay, let's move to our second agenda for today's meetings, which is matter arising. As I had talked before, the budget for this upcoming Project for Happiness, each of you who want to propose your idea, your idea must not exceed 10,000 ringgit Malaysia.
May I interrupt? I am sorry because I could attend our previous meeting due to my health issue. So, can you tell me again about our previous meeting?
Okay. Miss Hanani, can you please explain again about we had discussed in our previous meeting?
Yes, of course. In our previous meeting, Ms. Umaira had told us that in upcoming September 2021, we will organize a project which is the project for Happiness Community for Good Plan. This project must be focusing on any of the 6 project areas. For this project, there will be about 10,000 ringgit mentioned for allocation. If person wants to first their idea must make sure that the project will not exceed 10,000 ringgit mentioned. If the cost exceeds 10,000 ringgit mentioned, the person must find other alternative way to overcome the or the idea might be rejected. Therefore, I suggest that the person wants to propose the idea must make a proposition for the property before saying her ideas. This idea must be followed on
It is a brilliant idea. I propose that we will have a further discussions about the idea for this project.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, right. It is agreed that we differ the decisions to discuss the ideas for the project. Miss Hanani, please take note of what we have discussed today.
Yes, Miss Umaira.
Okay, let's move to our next agenda, which is propose and focus on the project for happiness community work. Miss Fitri, would you like to share or propose your own idea for our project?
Yes, Miss Omera, I would like to propose my project entitled Mental Health and Us. The number of people suffer from mental health issue increased each year and expected to become the biggest health issue in Malaysia. According to National Health and Mobility, 3 out of 5 adults suffer from mental health illness. The most common mental health issue is depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia. During COVID-19 outbreak started from September 2019 until now, the percentage of people suffer from anxiety, depression, and stress issues increased. Recently, 2 UiTM students died due to stress and overwork. Plus, a suicide video spread on social media shocked the country. This trigger people with mental health issue and in some cases, they relapse. The most common problems that lead to stress among students is overwork, cannot focus during online classes, and problems at home. Stigma in tackling the mental health, which is it was an excuse for the students for being lazy, sideline and avoid the workload, worsen their condition. They are less likely to seek help, which is worsen their condition. People become less likely to seek help. Self-diagnosis become normalized, leading to misconception and people treating mental health like me. They may take the same action such as become suicidal, which we must prevent from happening. That's all from me. Thank you.
Sorry, may I interrupt? I'm gonna share the idea of my proposal about the happiness for orphan, which is we love, we share. Adolescence is an important period of growth and development. Orphan living in child care homes are very vulnerable to depressive symptoms due to a poor environment and a lack of receiving good care and also love from their parents. So the growth and development of them are also affected by the environment, especially when they have experienced the loss of their parents. So these problems in this core group of orphans result from a lack of care and support during the grieving process and also an inadequate environment without parents, which can significantly increase the risk of mental and also behavior disorder, which is depression. So based on the data that has been collected by the Department Community Welfare in 2014, there has been an increase in the number of orphans from years before. The statistics show that these orphans often face depressions or emotional disorders and they feel excluded from society. So they may feel as if they have lost a place to rely on and no one cares or loves them.
Hey, me Aisha. This case that I'm going you please repeat or explain to me again about your idea.
Alright, allow me to rephrase what I said before.
Okay, the proposal that I want to propose is about the happiness for orphans, which is we love, we share. Orphans live in child care homes and sometimes they suffer from depressive symptoms due to a poor environment and a lack of receiving good care and love from their parents. The growth and development of orphans are also affected by the environment, especially when they have experienced the loss of their parents. So this problem in this core group of them result from a lack of care and support during the grieving process and an inadequate environment without parents, which can significantly increase the risk of mental and behavior disorder, which is depression. So they need a supportive environment in their family, school, and also the community that is important for them to develop and maintain positive social and emotional habits. Have I made you clear, Miss Hanani?
Yes, thank you, Miss Aisha.
Okay, let me continue what has been described by this project. Orphans that living in the child care home are vulnerable to depressive symptoms due to a poor environment and a lack of receiving a good care and love from their parents. Female who more likely to be depressed. Research shows that children aged 12 until 80 who live in orphanages are more likely experience depression due to difficulty controlling their emotions. Furthermore, anxiety was significantly associated with race and age. The study also shows that 7.8% of male and 69.2% of female had low self-esteem and was associated with depression, anxiety, and stress. The environment of an orphan's areas that is not conducive can cause stress or emotional disorder to orphans. The disharmonious environment of these orphanages had caused their emotions to be a little disturbed. These orphans we found to be less involved with outside work. This is due to the rules that have been set by the orphans to protect their safety. Thus, this program aims to share our love and care and cheer up them.
Sorry. Okay, to further strengthen my proposal and Miss Fitri, is this program will provide informational and bring the reality of mental health to the community. It is important to know that mental illness is terrible. One of the main emphasis of the program is to increase awareness about mental health and how to deal with it. By 2020, mental illness is expected to be the second biggest health problem, affecting Malaysian after heart disease. According to the National Heart Morbidity Survey, every 1 in 3 adult aged 60 and above in Malaysia suffer from some form of mental illness problem. Mental illness does not discriminate. It can affect anyone regardless of age, gender, national, social status, and or income. Those who suffer from mental disorder are usually considered restless and unpredictable. Such stigma and discrimination will only prevent the individual from seeking professional help and treatment earlier.
Okay. I have already heard what all of you want to propose about your idea for our next project. But may I know about the focus of your own idea? What are the things that you focus on based on your idea? Maybe we can start with Miss Fitri.
Okay, as I already presented before, my project want to focus on the students as they are more vulnerable. Our main focus is students of University Malaysia Terengganu. Rather than going big, I propose we start at a small scale first that fit the budget of 10,000 ringgit and it will be easier for us to get the data of the focus group. Various tests are distributed to the students to measure their mental health conditions. Of course, we cannot rely solely on these tests, as self-diagnosis is dangerous. It will only act as a stepping stone. Those who are at high risk will be sent to UMT or Hospital Sananu Zahira's psychiatrist. Students with existing mental health issues are our main priority. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, because this program focuses on the orphans and their welfare, I suggest that this program will promote about community awareness and special fundraising for orphans. So, we decided to use 3 types of promotional plan, which are selling face masks and hand sanitizer produced by UMT to raise funds. Second, distribute flyers for fund donations for orphans at Rumah Tunas Harapan Darul Hilmi. And the last one is spreading awareness about the life and bitterness experienced by orphans through the social media poster.
Okay, additional information on why Miss Fitri and I focus on UMT students to share information and how to proactively address mental health due to the lack of the self-awareness in students. Besides, it is influenced by the stigma of giving false information about mental health and the increasing number of students suffering from mental health.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, Miss Aisha had said that your idea for the project for happiness is to focus on orphan. Meanwhile, Miss Fitri, you said that your idea is about our mental health, right?
Yes.
Okay. May I know what are the objectives that are suitable or you have used for the idea that you had proposed?
Of course, the purpose of the proposal is to increase to the knowledge of mental health. The objective is to appoint more mental health, especially at the university. Second, to open industry a forum or discussion on mental health to students 2 times a week. And third, to make CV an elective subject.
I'm sorry, Ms. Farhana, but I think I need to interrupt. Creating an elective subject might be too ambitious for our project, as it requires long procedure. How about we start a club? At the club, the members can share information about their mental health. We can also collaborate with mental illness association and support association MIASA to guide us on how to operate the club. The students can share their experience and become each other's support system. To summarize my point, I propose we change the third objective into organizing a club for the students. That's all for me. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Miss Fitri. I can see your point, but I disagree with you. I thought my ideas would be better. The objectives for the project of happiness for orphans are to organize special and also fun activities that could reduce depressions and bring smile to orphans and having a sharing season to reduce depression with the orphans.
After presenting both proposals, I think Ms. Aisha's proposals are better than mine. This is because mine are more focused on giving a talk. The speakers are more active, whereas the students don't evolve as much. Ms. Aisha's proposal includes the children suffering from depression, which is similar to my proposal. Giving awareness about the reality of mental health as early as possible is better. We must try to protect and and provide better living conditions to our future generation. I hereby want to give my support to Miss Aisha's proposal.
Okay, I agree because the idea is good.
Okay, so is there anyone who want to reject the idea or does not agree with the idea? If there are
No,
no objection, okay, if there are no objection, should we proceed with our next agenda?
Yes.
yes, we might proceed.
Okay, Miss Hanani, what
Okay, yes, Umaira.
okay, thank you. And let's move to our next agenda. Our next agenda is to propose interesting activity for the project. Is there anyone who wants to share your idea for the activity?
I suggest we can have a sharing season with the orphans to reduce their depression. So by doing this, they can share their problems and also the situations that happened in their life. Because being an orphan is not as easy as a normal child. We all know, being orphans, they do not have someone close to them that they can share their problems with to release their emotions and always keep their feelings or emotion by themselves.
For outdoor game, an explorers game consisting of 10 checkpoints that need to be completed by the orphans in the allotted time. The objective of the explorers game is to increase the level of group cooperation, quick thinking style, and being able to perform a given task well. So, with outdoor activities, this program will cheer up and give fitness to the orphans. This is because an external environment can give a different as well as elevate the stress problem faced.
I suggest icebreaking activity because it can create a good relationship and communication skills.
I'm sorry to interrupt again, but is it possible to hold all this activity within only 10,000 ringgit budget? I'm afraid we might exceed the budget. How about we create a donation? As an addition to the fund, we can create poster and flyers and distribute it to the community for around 3 or 4 weeks.
I agree with Ms. Weekly. As discussed in Agenda 2, we can use alternative plan if the cost exceed the budget allocated.
I suggest that we hold activities such as talk or forum. This activity aims to make orphan welfare manager aware of the need of orphan in their term of social, educational, health and protection from violence. In addition, orphans are one of the individuals in society who need to be given a proper guide to make their life more safe. Ignoring the welfare and education of often will bring problems. For example, drug use and more and moral damage.
Okay. Miss Aisha, I see that you have a very good point. You said that the storytelling activity can help the orphan to reduce their depression and stress. I believe that your idea is good because, as we know, the orphan usually have problem with their emotions or feeling. This situation happen because they do not have someone close to them that they can share their problem with to release their emotions or feeling. They always keep their feeling or emotion by themselves. I think if we choose this idea at the end of our meeting today for our next project, we can invite a doctor or psychiatrist to teach the orphans about what they should do to reduce or release their stress and depressions. Miss Hanani, maybe you can try to do a research on who we can invite to help the orphan if we choose the idea at the end of this meeting.
Yeah, yes, of course, Miss Umaira. We can invite Dr. Mashita as a secretary and mental health expert from the to get a thought in this project.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Hanani, for the informations. Is there anyone who want to reject or objection about the idea?
Okay, I'm sorry, my interrupt. And I disagree with Miss Fahana because I think the idea between Miss Aisha and Miss Fahana is quite similar.
I'm afraid I must agree with Miss Hanani. I think both activities suggested by Miss Fahana and Miss Aisha are quite similar, but Miss Aisha's ideas are more developed. A talk might be too heavy after other activities. Also proposed in Agenda 3, the children are depressed. For them, it's better to lay out how they feel instead of making them feel what the speaker said at the top. That's all from me. Thank you.
I see. So, is there anyone who want to share their opinion or any objection? Or if there are no objections, can we proceed with the other four ideas?
I think we should continue with the four ideas.
Okay. I see that everyone had agreed with what we have said in this meeting. So all of us had agreed to choose Miss Aisha ideas for our next project for happiness community work. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So here I would like to announce Miss Aisha as our project leader and Miss Shamira as her assistant. Meanwhile, Miss Fitri and Miss Farhana as financial manager and logistic manager. Okay, may I know if there are any objection?
No.
No.
Okay, there are no more objections. I think we can proceed with our last agenda for today meetings. Is there any other business that all of you want to talk about?
No.
No. If there are no more objections on what all of you want to talk about, I think we can proceed with the idea We Love, We Share, which focus on happiness for orphans for our next project. Miss Hanani, could you please take note about what we have discussed in the meeting?
Yes, Umaira. Yes, Miss Umaira.
Okay. Can we share our next meeting?
Our next meeting will be our next meeting will be on next week. Then will be informed later.
Okay. Okay, everyone. That's it then. I would like to thank everyone for joining our meeting today. I wish all of you stay healthy and please take care of your health. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.